Namaste. Myself V. Malathi, a research scholar under the guidance of Dr. K. Chandrasekharaya garu. Now, I would like to present a paper that is a publication of our research group, and the paper is related to the cybercrime case study. The title of the paper is Cyberpolicing, the multifaceted cybercriminal fake government of Telangana. What is sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. The abstract part of this paper includes that the information regarding the cyber policing. What is cyber policing? It is meant for stopping cyber crimes, and it is a knowledge intensive challenge. Now this FGOT, which is an online cyber criminal organization associated to JNTUH JAC and is prevailing even now in JNTUH academic environment. This FGOT committed multiple cyber crimes. But the status quo of the cyber policing for this case, it discloses the fact that the police personnel failed to deal with it correctly. So here in this paper, analysis of the deleterious effects of these cyber crimes and some steps to remediate them is discussed. Now, if the state and the central government release a white paper detailing their efforts to diffuse these cyber crimes, then they can receive the trust and increase the people's trust over the nation. Now, unlike in the case that is in which Swami Paripurnananda was externed, neither the twin cyber criminal organizations, namely FGOT and JNTUH JAC, were served any prohibition orders by the police, nor the cyber criminals are convicted. Now, this has raised many moot questions. Now, the author has devised a declaration for social media usage ethics that can weaken and mitigate the abusive usage of social media by the educated elite. Now, moving on to the introduction part. The FGOT and JNTUH JAC are found to have committed multiple cyber crimes against India, and those are namely State Emblem of India Prohibition of Improper Use Act 2005 violation, identity theft, cheating government of Telangana, seditious government of Telangana. These are the crimes that have been committed. Now, the proper handling of this particular website, proper handling need to be done, whereas the concerned parties, the proper handling of the cyber crimes by the concerned parties will pave a way for the people to be motivated positively, leading to quality of life and quality of national life. But here the positive psychology in the people can help develop the character building, society building and nation building, but which is not done yet. And the related work, as I already presented in all the other presentations regarding the details, the issues, the groundwork done, the cyber forensic evidence gathered, the focus on the cyber remedial form, PGF, and some interrogation like questions, the charge sheet, and the attributes of the judgment, the ICT approaches, etc. All these are the related work. Cyber policing the India abusive fake government of Telangana. This is the next section here. The twin cyber criminal organizations, CCO, that is cyber criminal organizations, which are fake government of Telangana and JNTUH JAC. These are the two things which are prevalent in JNTUH academic environment during 2011 to 2014. The resultant deleterious effects and our remedial analytics. The police complaints against the two CCOs with respect to the first police complaint, the FIR was filed in Jan 2014 in KPHB police station, and that was against the violation of State Emblem of India in Prevention of Improper Use Act 2005. And here accused A1 was acquitted and A2 was absconded. And RTA application consisting of 48 questions to the JNTUH to respond to 42 questions. 6 were responded by police. But for those 42 questions, JNTUH was apathetic. And that gives the impression that JNTUH and Cyberabad police colluded to spare the twin cybercriminal organizations. And then to the second police complaint in Jan 2018 against the seditious government of Telangana, Cyberabad police filed the FIR in Jan 2018 against the violation of 66C IT Act, but turned Nelson's eye to the reported sedition crime. The responses of the JNTH authorities and the Cyberabad police indicate maladaptive academics and policing. Now, who is to take the initiatives to defuse such cybercriminal organizations? Why have these police impulsively externed Swami Paripurnananda, not similarly uniformly banned or issued the prohibition orders against the twin cybercriminal organizations? That is the question here. Now, how to save and refill the losing national spirit, national consciousness and sense of national solidarity? That is another question here. So, during the prevalence, that is 2011 to 14 period of open cybercrime, JNTH was only Telangana-wide full-fledged university, unlike Telangana University, Kakatiya University, MG University, Shatavahana University, Palamuru University, etc. And the unchecked cybercrimes created a successful artificial impact for the advances in the later Telangana movement. Now, how to make the JNTH authorities responsive and responsible to the cybercriminal academic environment and the resultant deleterious impact on the society and the nation. So, this highly interdisciplinary moot questions which has been raised in this research work serves as a significant pabulum for their future directions to the researchers in the field of psychology, applied psychology, cyber forensics, ICT, social media intelligence, etc. And the next section is the many facets of 3D government of Telangana. Here, the multi-dimensional perspectives and significance of such cybercrimes were highlighted in nearly 20 research publications. And they endeavored to recover the academic and national losses due to these cybercrimes. And it is 3D called, that is Dimensions of Government of Telangana, which is FGOT, that is GOT 2011 to 14, and the second dimension is GOT, which is 2nd June 2014 to September 2014, and third one is GOT, which is from September 2014 to till date. The People's Governance Forum webpage, this is the forum which is developed in the beginning of the year of 2018. This intended to disseminate the national information by a broader discourse and inculcate the national spirit in this educated youth and bring awareness of how to use the internet for positive purposes. Though PGF brought to limelight the prevalence of first government of Telangana, a fake GOT through PGF. Now this first one is the fake GOT has had JNTH Jack. It is online as well as offline. OOGFGOT it is called as. The second one is offshoot of the first GOT, which is a fake GOT, full-fledged GOT with well-known Chief Minister Mr. K. Chandrasekhar Rao, Council of Ministers and Governor Sri ESL Narasimhan. And the third GOT, which is a caretaker GOT, which is from September 2014 to till date. The former ministers became caretaker ministers. The government is unchanged. So these are the 3 dimensions. And this is a snapshot of the People Governance Forum web page with the URL mentioned. And this is a remedial forum to generate the people's consciousness for the cybercrime free society. And the snapshot of the web page corresponding to this URL is shown in the figure 3. The web page contains the hyperlink to the recorded audio file containing the presentation of the topic, the many facets of 3D GOT. So this is such a remedial forum which is shown that contains the audio file. And next, this is the web page in the SoundCloud website with URL which is given here. It also contains the same recorded audio files. And the main content here, what is sause for the goose is sause for the gander. And why was Swami Paripurnananda externed, though no prohibition orders was against JNTU Jack and DGOT, that is rogue or dark government of Telangana, a JNTU academic scam. Now here in this section, dark web, deep web, DGOT and RGOT. So these terms are included here. Dark web is the part of the World Wide Web that is only accessible by means of special software or configurations or authorization to access, and allowing the users and website operators to remain anonymous, that is unidentified and untraceable. Now the dark web is contrasted with clear net, which is a regular web and which has an encrypted nature. Now this deep web is sometimes also called as invisible web, which is large part of the internet that is inaccessible to the conventional search engines. Now this deep web content includes the email messages, chat messages, private content on social media sites, etc. And these accessible over the internet but not crawled and indexed by the search engines like Google, Yahoo, Bing, etc. The dark web forms a small part of the deep web. A deep web is mistakenly used to refer specifically to the dark web. Now this DGOT, Dark Government of Telangana, it is not part of dark web. We use this term DGOT because very few people in India are aware of it, though it had given rise to great artificial impact on Telangana since 2011. And because it was used similar to dark web characteristics for illegal activity, it is named so. Hence DGOT is also known as RGOT, which is called as Rogue Government of Telangana. JNTU Jack served as a wing of it to disrupt the academics in the JNTU in particular and in Telangana in general. The Cyberabad police filed FIR against the crimes involving this RGOT and JNTU Jack. The evidence produced by this police failed owing to the hostile witnesses, and the accused in the charge sheet were able to come out scot-free and unscathed. The police failed not only to convict these cyber criminals but also to issue the prohibition orders against the twin elusive cyber criminal organizations DGOT and JNTU Jack. But on the contrary, the police externed Swami Paripurnananda unbecomingly. What is the sause for the goose is sause for the gander. But the police relented in the case of the twin cyber criminal organizations. The next section includes this SMI ethics declaration, SMI social media intelligence. So developing social media user intelligence and SMI quotient, that is called as SMIQ or SMUIQ. How to develop oneself as SMIU, that is social media intelligent user, and not as SM foolish user. Towards developing the factors or questionnaire for computing SMIQ. So in order to compute SMIQ of a person, that is social media intelligence quotient, these are the things, the factors. So those are nothing but I will not get addicted to internet addiction, not get addicted to social media, will check myself against self-abuse, will use social media only for positive personality development, will use social media only ethically, will use social media only for character development, will use social media for creative organization, will use social media for social development, will use social media for constructive purposes, for positive thinking, only adaptively, with the discriminative intelligence, only with pro-social behavior, only with pro-national behavior, and not for not use social media trivially wasting time by frivolous pursuits. So these are the factors. And moving on to the conclusions and future work. This paper has focused on the many moot questions that arose because of the ineffective cyber policing with respect to this case study. They have depicted the multifaceted 3D government of Telangana. That is, 3 dimensions have been projected here. And next, they highlighted that the government should become strong and more powerful, and it will become if they release a white paper presenting the measures taken by them to diffuse the effects of these cyber crimes. The police issued the externment orders against Swami Paripurnananda. Similar to this, the police should also issue the prohibition orders against FGOT and JNTU head Jack. Because what is sause for the goose is also sause for the gander. They have devised a declaration for social media usage ethics that keeps a society on the bedrock of values. And as a part of future work, I'd like to focus on public opinion generation at a large scale and handle these type of cyber crimes well in future. Thank you.